Hey everybody, it's me Albatross. Welcome to part 4. Now this one, especially for the trolls, because I've had a lot of them. I've had to block some too, but I'm sure they've got like 10 other accounts that they can log in and watch this from, which I'll block those too. But I wanted to point out a couple things that these trolls have been trying so desperately hard to put in my comments to confuse anybody that would come along and watch Allie Carter's videos. So I made this video especially for them. Since they love coming here so much, I wanted to make something just for them, for helping, because whether the trolls realize it or not, they've helped with this channel a lot. Yes, they have. They've helped. They've helped with the algorithm, coming in here, commenting. So I appreciate it. That's why I'm dedicating this video specifically to them. Now, first of all, I'd like to say, I don't know who Allie Carter's real father is. Allie Carter doesn't know who her real father is. She even said she doesn't know the full truth. She just knows she is connected to Tupac somehow. Somehow or some way, they are connected. That is her in that picture. And then I had a lot of people come in the comments say, that's not her. That's his niece and nephew. Okay, all right. I agree to disagree. But I decided to pull up pictures just to show you guys that it is not Tupac's niece, Zinga, or his nephew, Malik. Yeah, I know who his niece and nephew are, assholes. I grew up in the 90s. But as you can see right here, from these two pictures I pulled up, that his nephew, Malik, wasn't even walking the year he died. Wasn't even walking. That's his nephew, Malik, right there, as a baby, in 1996. The same year Tupac supposedly died. The same year. So we can mark off Malik. We know that girl in the picture is not Malik. But what about Zinga? It could be Zinga. Well, let's look at the picture. This is Zinga on the right. That is Zinga as a grown woman. Now, she definitely is not the little girl on the right, who I believe is Allie Carter. But she does look like this little girl. I don't know if that's her for sure, but it looks a lot more like her than this little girl. That's for sure. But what I do know, I'm pretty sure I know. I think, I'm no expert or nothing, but I do draw a lot. So I do pay attention a lot to the shapes of faces and whatnot. And in my strong opinion, this is Allie Carter. But I also have Allie's picture to compare, a more current picture of Allie to compare. So, and this is the picture that Allie had provided of herself. Now, she has blocked out whoever it is on the left. I don't know who that is on the left of that picture she's got, because they blurred it out when her hand wasn't covering it. So who knows who that is? Nobody really knows. But this little girl and that little girl are the same little girls, in my opinion. And I do appreciate to you trolls who mentioned Tupac's niece and nephew. I'm glad we brought that up so we can eliminate those two possibilities. Thank you. Does it prove that he's her father? Absolutely not. No, it doesn't. It does not prove that Tupac is Allie's father. And Allie doesn't know that that's her father. But there's a connection. There is a connection. For sure. But honestly, those comments by the trolls are not as important, in my opinion, as the comments they've been leaving about Allie's biological mom, or the woman that Allie thinks is her biological mom. No one really knows that either. But recently, even though Allie's been talking for like almost 5 years now, just recently, in the last few weeks, Allie Carter's biological mom came on that platform to talk trash about Allie and Shelly. And it wasn't just one interview, my bad. It was like 4 or 5 interviews. Like, this woman went on this platform like 4 or 5 days straight for like 5 to 10 hours a day, as if like she had absolutely nothing else in the world to do but stalk and harass the daughter she gave up. But anywho, in the first couple interviews, this platform, Mr. World, was trying to prop this woman up so much. Like, she was just a concerned, loving mother, looking for her, quote, kidnapped child. That's what they were trying to make it all out to sound to be. And you really had to go and listen to the 3rd or 4th interview by the time Miss Outlaw, quote, Miss Outlaw here, is so mad that she can't even hide it anymore, her true feelings. And I screen recorded that interview for evidence, because if she does go after Allie or Shelly, that's evidence. That is evidence to use in a court of law. So I screen recorded it just in case they decide to take that interview offline. But anywho, I wanted to read a little bit of this interview to you guys, just so all these comments you see that come to these videos of mine and Allie's, all those trolls that you see, I want you to see who they're trying to defend. Okay. Now, I literally typed every word for word, everything Miss Outlaw said. So I'm going to warn you, it's pretty disturbing, very foul, full of foul language, trigger warning. It's very triggering for anyone who has experienced a toxic relationship with their mother. It's very triggering, I'm sure. I mean, it was so bad that even King World was speechless. Couldn't even chime in. None of them could. None of the other panelists could chime in. But anyways, here we go. In Miss LaRonda's own words. Okay. It's about love. If I didn't, she's talking to Allie. It's about love. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't care to beat you. I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't care to find you. But I'm gonna find you. I don't care how long it will take. I'm going to find you. Shelly, you might as well go on and drop her. Because, bitch, you don't want to see me. I'm going to beat your ass for everything that you have did. Every effect you have taken on my family, every tear that I done shed, every time I done got frustrated, every time my fucking hair done thinned out, every time I couldn't go to sleep because I was wondering where my child is, bitch. And now, keep in mind, I'm chiming in now, Albatross chiming in. Keep in mind that this is after she already admitted that she told CPS and the police, keep her. No one here can take care of her. She already admitted that. She admitted that herself, that she did that. Okay. And then wants to go on and blame Shelly for kidnapping. It makes no sense. But okay, back to Miss LaRonda's words. Tori, you can, I'm sorry. I don't want to call her Tori. She calls her Tori the whole time, but I'm going to call her Allie because that name triggers Allie. So I apologize. Let me backspace that. That's the only edit I've done to these words, though. Okay, that's the only edit I've done, and that's only because in case Allie ever listened to this, I don't want to trigger her. But okay, back to Miss LaRonda's words. Allie, you can sit on here and talk all that crazy shit you want. It's not going to stop me from trying to do what I'm trying to do right now with you. It's not going to stop at all. I just couldn't believe it. I'm ashamed to say that you are my daughter. Oh yeah, this is her words. And it hurts my heart when I looked at you and I'm listening to you this morning and all this stupid ass shit you done said on this motherfucker. You know what? Had I known what I had known, and again, to all you critics out there, got all your little funky ass comments, shit don't bother me. But had I known, Allie, that you was, oh yeah, here we go. Had I known, Allie, you was going to turn out like this right here, had I known you were going to turn out like this right here, I wouldn't have wasted my time bringing you into this world. It was just a waste and a pain. I shouldn't have to go through the pain. And this was the thank you that I get. You was not worth all that pain. Yeah. A mom saying that to her daughter, a woman's supposed to unconditionally love her. And this is what she got to say. That's what she had to say. It's not easy to read and listen to. It wasn't. But I did. I did because it's evidence. It's evidence. I'm sick of their lies. I'm sick of their lies. I'm sick of them acting like this is not toxic as fucking shit. Oh, but it's not over. It's not over. She continues. Okay. You was not worth moving my organs out the way. I let you kick on my organs and stretch my body out. I laid in labor with you for 2 fucking days. For a white bitch to sit up here talking about my kid, my daughter, not your fucking kid, you fucking lie. Because you was not in that pregnancy with me when I was carrying Allie. She calls her Tori Outlaw, but anyway. You got a hold of my child, predator, and I'm coming for you. Allie, when I see you, you are a fucking embarrassment. You are humiliating to the outlaws. You are humiliating to your grandparents. Oh, and here it is, another lie. Your deceased father that was a Navy man. Now, in her last interview, she was showing pictures of Allie's, quote, real father, and saying that he had his own family and that she was going to talk to him and see what they had to do to get all this sorted out to see if he would come on the show. But now he's dead? Now she's saying he's dead. Now she's saying he's dead. I mean, unless she meant to say grandparent or grandfather. But no, that's not what she said. That is not what she said. She said, oh, where was it? Let me go back to what she said. Yeah, your deceased father that was a Navy man. That's what she said. I mean, that's what she said. But anyway, yeah, no one stopped her to correct her, call her out, nothing. There was like 5 people in that panel in that interview, not one of them called her out. Okay. Let's see. What else would she say next? Okay. Your grandmother that stood as an RN registered nurse, your deceased grandparents. All right, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, possibly, she said meant grandfather. But still, no one called her out. No one stopped her and said, oh, do you mean this? No, they didn't. They just let her continue. She never corrected herself that I know of. Let me know if she did correct that. But I don't know. She got everyone else right on here. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. That was a lot of foul shit she was spewing out. So, it wasn't easy to listen to. But I heard that. I clocked that. Okay. Next, she says, I'm going to drop your ass, Shelly Carter. I'm going to drop you. And then one of the panelists goes on and laughs at Allie, calls her a performing monkey. Yeah. So then her mother, kind of laughs at it, like, as these people are making fun of Allie. And she says, that's exactly what you are. They got you parading around like a fucking animal. And you too motherfucking stupid to see it, my daughter. You too big to see that these stupid ass motherfucking cult looking goddamn Ku Klux Klan motherfuckers. Woo! She got a foul mouth. You parading around and all that. Girl, when I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass all the way. Oh my God, here we go. Here it is. Girl, when I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass all the way to the mental institution. I'm going to whoop your ass. And once they get you in there, when they let me in and how they work, I'm just going to keep slapping your ass till I get tired. Yep, she said all that. And I disagree with you, Miss Outlaw. I think at that point, they apologize to Allie and lock your fucking ass up. Fucking crazy bitch. And then she goes on to say, Shelly, you better not bitch, I swear to you. You better not let me see you. Okay, here we go. Because fuck that, doing it the legal way. I'm going to whoop your ass on sight. I'll put that on my dead parents, my maybe it was her grandfather she meant. My Jesus, my God. Everything I love, my life, my home, my everything, bitch. Wait a minute. My dead parents, my Jesus, my God, everything I love, my life, my home, my everything, bitch. I didn't hear a child in that sentence, Miss Outlaw. I thought they were the ones you loved the most. Narcissistic bitch. Okay. Then she goes on back to Shelly. I'm beating your ass, Shelly Carter. We gonna fight, bitch. Up, pause. Albatross is pausing. Now, one of the lies they're trying to spread on here, that Shelly Carter changed her name, and her real name was actually like Rochelle Hawks or Rochelle Hawkins or something, and that she changed her name when Allie changed her name. And they're making up all these lies saying, oh, they probably got married instead of adopted. You know, trying to be all weird and salacious and creepy. Okay. And they pull up a picture of this woman, Rochelle Hawks or Hawkins, who looks nothing like Shelly. But all I got to say is this. You guys prove your own lie. Because Miss Outlaw here, she said that she'd been involved in Allie's life a long time and she knew her. Well, if Rochelle or Shelly Hawks or Hawkins was actually her name, if that was her real name, the name you knew her by, then why you keep calling her Shelly Carter? If that wasn't her name when you knew her, last time you saw her. And you say it a lot. Like, you don't miss a beat. You say Shelly Carter, Shelly Carter, Shelly Carter like 1,000 times. At some point or another, you say Shelly Carter, and then you'd be like, I mean, Shelly Hawks or whatever the fuck your name is. But it's too late after that. Go on. It's all right. It's all right. We all knew it was a lie anyway. But, keep doing it. Her name was never fucking Hawks or Hawkins. Never. I'm not going to read much more. I'm going to read just a little bit more because I think you guys are starting to get the point. But where were we? Okay. I'm beating your ass, Shelly Carter. We gonna fight, bitch. Do you understand that shit? Do you understand, bitch? I'm gonna snatch you by that motherfucking hair of yours on your head. I'm looking at my knee, fucking that face up. I'm beating your ass, Shelly. You a fucking predator, bitch. The FBI done been notified, motherfucker. I don't need to hear none of your fucking comments. All y'all in these comments. And as for that motherfucker, what the fuck's that? Oh, okay, yeah. She goes on, she had another daughter who came out on another platform and accused her of being abusive too. She also tried to discredit Allie, but she confirmed like half the story. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But as to the interview with her other daughter, it was another guy who interviewed her with King in the name. I think it was Official King Payne or something like that. Well, Miss Outlaw here went on to gay shame him, make fun of him for being gay. And every single panelist that was interviewing Miss Outlaw here, every single panelist was sitting there laughing. They were sitting there laughing along. Like it was funny, like it was hilarious. Gay shaming that man. It was very unhinged and disturbing. It was. It really was. But I've had enough reading that. I think you guys get the point. she went on for like, oh my God, for so long after that, saying basically the same thing over and over. She was going to find Allie. She was going to find Shelly. She was going to beat their asses. Allie was never allowed back in her house, but she was going to take her to the mental institution. All this stuff, this threatening stuff. Very threatening. Very threatening, as you heard. And it only got more threatening. But anyway, I just wanted to say one thing about her other daughter. I think her name is Keisha White. She, like, the one who went on the other platform. Now, I listened to that interview too. And it was hard to listen to too. Not in the same way, because Keisha actually, it seems like a very sweet girl, very calm. Bless her heart. She seemed like she's been through a lot. But some of the stuff she was saying did not add up, no matter how sweet she is. Like, she was saying that Allie couldn't have been trafficked because she was in contact with her the whole time she was in CPS, all the way until she was in her early 20s, according to Keisha. But we've seen the CPS records. People that are familiar with this channel and, the other channel supporting Allie, we've all seen the CPS records. She was missing over a year. Missing. So, how was she missing if Keisha was in contact with her the whole time? Wouldn't you think as a sister or something that you'd want, like, if you were that involved with her, how do you not let CPS know that she's not missing? So that I wasn't really sure about. She never made that clear. If anything, I think at one point she tried to say that none of that happened, that she was placed with Shelly the whole time, which, as you can see in CPS records, Allie was only placed with Shelly the last couple months she was 17. Like, finally, after all the fighting. So, what you're saying, I'm sorry, Keisha, but it's not adding up. It doesn't add up. And just to say one more thing about everything that Keisha said. I think Keisha can speak on the stuff that she personally saw. However, though, when that interviewer was asking her a lot of questions and stuff, when she would give him answers, she would be like, yeah, that's what my mom said. But you just got done saying how much of a liar your mom was. But you're going off her word on Allie when you heard the way she was lying about you? You don't think she'd lie about Allie? Like, that's confusing, Keisha. I'm sorry, but that don't add up. Your mom's a liar or not. Like, I don't trust liars. And I know that liars aren't always lying, but that don't matter. Once you lie that many times, I'm not going to believe anything you say. So, Keisha, I'm sorry. Your mom as a reference is not good enough. I'm not saying Keisha was lying. Well, I mean, except about the part about Allie being missing. But you know what I mean. Like, what she is saying, it does not add up. And I'm sorry, Keisha, it doesn't add up. But I am sorry for what you went through. You didn't deserve it. Allie didn't deserve it. None of your sisters deserved it. And even the oldest sibling doesn't deserve whatever she goes through. As much Stockholm syndrome as she has, she don't deserve it either. I mean, your mom is supposed to love you unconditionally. Whether you act like you hate your mom or not, your mom's supposed to love you. I mean, we could argue a lot all day if we want. Well, that doesn't mean she should have to put up. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about unconditional love. Miss Outlaw just got done saying that if she knew Allie would turn out the way she did, she wouldn't have wasted her time on her, bringing her into the world. That's what she said. That's what Miss Outlaw said about Allie, someone she is saying is her flesh and blood. While you got Shelly there. And listen, to you weird motherfuckers out there, the only thing I've seen Shelly do is love Allie and be there for her and protect her with her own life. That's what I've seen. But like I said, I've never met any of them, so, who knows? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what any of us think, really. It doesn't. Allie's 30. Allie's 30 years old. She's a grown woman. She has the right to decide if she needs help or not. She has the right to decide who she wants to spend her time with. And especially since you, Miss Outlaw, let the state have her. You're saying Shelly was a predator and was after Allie the whole time. Even before she went in CPS. That's what you said. Well, if that was the case, why'd you just let them have her? Why didn't you fight for her? You choose now to fight for her? What, 15 some years later? No one else finds that sus? Whatever. Miss Outlaw is a liar. King World, in my humble opinion, is getting paid to do this. I can't think of any other reason why he wouldn't call out Miss Outlaw's discrepancies. I can't think of any other reason. Maybe he knows her. Or maybe he just hates women or survivors. I mean, that's possible too. Or maybe he's getting paid. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of possibilities, but none of them sound good. So, that's what I had to say about that. Because the hate campaign continues. It continues, and the timing is convenient. I have a feeling they're going to try to continue this hate campaign through the entirety of our virtual march for sex trafficking awareness, or child trafficking awareness. Because that's really what the problem is. They don't want people to pay attention to that. You heard the way they talked about kids. They hate kids. Miss Outlaw hates kids. So, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, you either care about children or you don't. You either listen to children or you don't. And even if you don't believe anything of what any of them are saying, the facts speak for themselves. The statistics speak for themselves to confirm everything Allie is saying. And like it or not, she was talking about P. Diddy long before Cassie was. Long before P. Diddy even got his Lifetime Achievement Award, when everyone was kissing the ground he walked on. Allie was talking about him. You can try to take that away from her. But I know the truth. I know the truth. Maybe if you all had come out when Allie first started talking, you would have had a chance. But you see, with everything that's happened, y'all too late. Y'all too late. We see that she's telling the truth. Anyways, I gotta go. That was part 4. Have a good day, everybody. Please sign the petitions. Defund CPS. Defund the CIA. Thanks.